That is going to be another level of the problem, which is going to be an extremely good level of problem, which would mean that you've already crossed the first stage, right? That is what I wanted to tell you. Now, one thing that is left to be explained is the 100-hour rule. 100-hour rule is very simple. It simply says that, hi everyone, Alina this side, as always. Today we are going to talk about something that I feel I really need to speak about, because I have received a lot of comments where people have stated this common problem, which almost I think 90% of you are facing right now. They are able to read and write properly in English, but they are not able to speak properly in English. And that is the issue that we are going to be discussing in the video today. And I feel that I can completely relate with you. And before I actually start with the video, there's something absolutely, with all honesty, that I would want to say to you. The thing is that I can completely understand it, because keeping it on myself, I can 100% with full assurance tell you that it happens with me also. Okay, I know you people think that I'm fluent with English, and even right now I'm being able to speak properly without taking pauses and without having to take break and think what I have to say next. The thing is that sometimes keeping it personally on myself and answering you only about Alina right now, whenever I'm speaking in English, since English is not really my mother tongue, obviously I'm not supposed to be not applying any mind to it at all while I'm speaking this language. Sometimes when I feel that people are observing me and I am under observation, okay, people are noticing me, like right now when I'm speaking on the camera, I know that you're going to watch this video and you're going to see me talking in English. I fumble too, I too stammer, okay. So what I have to always do is that I have to remind myself that I do not have to be conscious while I'm speaking on the camera. And that is when I actually set my reset button, when I actually press the reset button, that is when I'm able to speak properly. Otherwise, I too take pauses. I actually have to press the reset button every time, reminding myself that, you know, be yourself, be natural, don't be conscious, and you're just speaking on the video. Nobody is actually sitting right now and listening to you and observing you. So first of all, first things first, it happens with me too, it happens with everybody, because this is not our native language. We're not supposed to be extremely proficient with it and absolutely thorough with it. No, we always have to use our brain. If you're able to write and read properly in English, I really want to say congratulations to you, because that is something that many people are not able to. Even when you are writing emails, if you're able to write properly without grammatical errors, without problem with your sentence construction, that is in itself a major feat. And if you know reading and writing is also an issue, that is also not really a very big issue. It's just that you need time for that, and if you give it practice, it will happen. Eventually, one day it is going to happen for you. Okay, everybody is learning, all of us are learning, I'm also learning, you're learning, your person sitting next to you is also learning. I have a few points which are written in front of me on my laptop, and I have to tell all of these points to you before we end the video, because we've really brainstormed and we've come up with some really nice points which I'm sure will help you. Then there is something that I will be providing you with in the video, and that particular thing, it's a tracker. Okay, many of you are already aware of this rule that I mentioned in one of my previous videos. I'm going to give you the link of that previous video, and I'm also going to give you the link of the tracker that I'm talking about in the description of the video, and I will pin it to the comment section also. Just go to the link, okay, and you have to make a copy. It will say make a copy on a blue tab. Just click make a copy and you will be able to access the tracker that we've made for you. Now the rule that I'm going to talk about is a 100-hour rule, which I will be discussing with you towards the end of the video, when I'm done with everything else that I have to say. I don't have to say a lot, just a few, 3 or 4 points. Okay, first thing that I want to say is that most of our childhood is the time that you learn the most. Okay, no matter where you're born, which part of the world you're born, and what your surroundings are, your childhood, your first 5 years, even the psychiatrists and the psychologists say that first 5 years are the most important years of a child's life. So our surroundings and our whatever upbringing we've had has happened to be in a manner where we were going to school and most of our focus was on reading and writing. Okay, you remember teachers used to ask us to stand and read from the book, and I remember it used to happen a lot in our class. So we used to be asked to stand up and we used to have the book in our hands and read from the book, and that is how we developed the skill of reading properly, and eventually we developed the skill of having proper tenses, having proper vocabulary, because you don't need a lot of words to speak English. You just need very basic few words in your vocabulary, your set of vocabulary, and then you're good to go. So our reading and writing was eventually handled through our schooling, because we could get away without speaking English. We could get away, right? That's my point. So first thing was that we never really needed it, and so we never really worked on it. And now, since we are working in this environment where everybody has this pressure of speaking good in English, and our communication skills are directly or indirectly linked with English, that is why now we feel the pressure, and now we are already in the age group. Most of us on my channel, I know the stats, are between the age group of 18 to 35. Now we have the pressure of proving ourselves more, and now we are not 5 years old anymore. So it's even harder now to learn something new. Your brain is a muscle. You can, just like any other skill, you can train your brain on learning this skill also. As I've always said, I'm not really a teacher of English. I am a guide. I am your guide. I can guide you. I'm from very much a finance background. I have absolutely no expertise of teaching you English, but I can definitely guide you with your communication skills, because that is something that I have an expertise in. If you train your brain on speaking good English, your brain, first of all, it is going to resist it, and then after a while of resistance, it is going to start absorbing it. That is how it happens every time. So even if you go to the gym, the first few weeks are the hardest. If you happen to go to a gym, you will agree with me. So the point is that we have to make it a subconscious thing from the conscious. Okay, so initially you will be doing it consciously, and after a while of doing it consciously, you will start doing it subconsciously. Okay, now the pain of going from conscious to subconscious is going to be hard, and all of you are watching the video right now, more than half of you would probably break in the process. Okay, you will feel, okay, abhi tak kam chal raha tha, I was doing fine till now, I'll be able to carry on like this. If you're about to break, trust me, you will never be able to learn it. Native language comes to you very easy. It is something that is a part of your system. For any other language, you will have to put your brain under a lot of test, a lot of pressure. Okay, and this is a pressure and this is a test which is worth going through. This is not really a problem. This is a very good system. There is one single language which most of the world speaks, and this is a very good system that has developed over time. We just need to absorb it. We just need to make ourselves a part of this system, right? And we have to work towards it. So don't break, don't lose your patience in the middle. Your vocabulary and grammar is not your problem, because you're already able to read and write properly, right? The problem lies with confidence, and the problem lies with belief. Okay, whenever you are speaking in English, you feel people are observing you, and you're under observation, which makes you fumble, which breaks your confidence, and you don't want to speak in English anymore. You just want to run away, because that's the most basic response of a human being to any problem that they face. No matter what problem you're facing with life, there are two main responses that an individual always has. First is your fight, and the second is your flight. You must have heard of fight and flight concept, right? I don't want you to go to flight mode. I want you to go to the fight mode. That is what this is the purpose of making this video. Okay, so fight or flight, you have to choose between the two. If you fight it, you will be able to reach the other end of the way. Otherwise, you will be lost in the way, and you will really not be able to master this one skill which is extremely necessary for your career growth. So right now the problem area is whether the words are coming out or not. Next problem would be whether I'm making sense or not, and whether people are being able to understand me when I'm speaking or not. Am I able to explain myself properly using the correct words? That is going to be another level of the problem, which is going to be an extremely good level of problem, which would mean that you've already crossed the first stage, right? That is what I wanted to tell you. Now, one thing that is left to be explained is the 100-hour rule. 100-hour rule is very simple. It simply says that Go, first of all, you've got to go to the link that I've left you in the description, and I've also left you in the comment, the pinned comment. Okay, open the tracker. What you have to do is, there are going to be 100 hours that you will have to devote to speaking English. Okay, now whether you speak while looking at a book and reading from the book, or you speak in front of the mirror, or you speak along with a TV show on Netflix, or you speak to somebody on the phone, what you have to do is 100 hours of actually speaking in English. That is what you will have to do. Okay, and every day you will have to mark how many minutes have you actually given to learning to speak proper English. That is what you will have to mention in the tracker with day 1, day 2, day 3. Day 1, 20 minutes. Day 2, 25 minutes. Day 3. So automatically the calculation will happen and it will let you know how many hours you've already given. And once your 100 hours are over, you will see a noticeable change in your progress of this journey. You're going to improve, I can assure you, because I have actually received comments, people telling me, ma'am, the trick is working for us. So that is what I wanted to say to you. I hope this video was beneficial for you. Share the video with a few friends of yours and learn along with them. It's always better to learn with a group. You feel more motivated. Okay, I'll be back with another video. You take care of yourself. You can also get in touch with me on Instagram. Bye-bye.